Now, 3 years ago, twins Dan and Michael Smith began their university careers with great hopes for the future. Michael headed to the London School of Medicine and brother Dan came here to the University of Bristol to study aeronautical engineering.
But while he was in his first year, Michael began to lose his sight. And a year later, the same happened to Dan. They discovered that they both had a rare genetic condition and have had to rebuild their lives. Well,
the brothers are with us here today. Thank you both very much for coming in. Tell us a little bit about the condition. And Michael, if I can start with you, because as we were saying, it happened to you first and very suddenly, didn't it?
Correct. We've always had 20/20 vision for our whole lives. We've never wore glasses or anything. And in the first week of medical school, I couldn't see the projector, I couldn't see the piece of paper in front of me. And in the next few months, left underdiagnosed, I lost sort of 70 to 80% of my vision, and then a year later, Daniel lost his, unfortunately.
So, Daniel, did you know it was going to happen to you as well?
Yeah, basically, my dad actually initially kept it from me for about a year, but I found out just through chance, through talking to a medical student, that I ran a 60 to 70% chance of losing my sight. And I had this dark cloud hanging over me for the first 2 years of my university career. And it was psychologically very crushing to live with, actually.
It's nicknamed, isn't it, the Sword of Damocles, because of exactly that. Did you find you did have enormous support, though, having you know, your twin brothers just gone through it?
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I've got through it so well is because I've had Michael. He's blazed the trail effectively, so I basically knew the end game, knew where I would finish up, really. So he did all the hard work, really, and I just sort of followed, really.
So, Michael, what can you actually see? What's the extent of your vision?
So we've got incredible central scotomas, which are massive holes in our vision, and we've got only a bit of navigational vision, so it's incredibly cloudy, basically. And so we can't read or can't recognise people's faces, use the computer or phones anymore. So it's been adapting to a whole new way of life, basically.
You've had a lot of support, both of you, haven't you, from a charity, and now, Dan, you're wanting to give a little bit back to them. Tell us what you're doing and why are you doing it?
Yeah, well, basically, Michael just saw me losing his sight, and obviously he wanted to come up with something to get me out of the house, really. And so he dreamed up this 580-kilometre cycle challenge in 3.5 days to Amsterdam, really. And it's to raise money for our charity called Blind in Business, and basically just say thank you for helping us rehabilitate and just get us back on our feet again.
So you're going to be on the back of a tandem each, is that right, Michael?
That's correct. We're going to have, there's going to be 6 other riders, really good friends who are at Barts with us, who were with Barts at us, and then we've got 2 tandems and we'll be both on the back of them, so it's going to add a bit of extra challenge to the massive challenge.
Dan, I reckon now, from now on in, if Michael ever says to you, are you okay, you'll be like, I'm fine.
Absolutely.
In case he comes up with another of these ideas.
I know.
Never again, never again.
No. I can't trust him to anything.
Well, it's a long way to go, lads, but we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're really impressed.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.